Hi everybody, I'm Bree the Plant Lady, and today Aiden and I are getting inspired. So we've got the contractors here that are prepping the space for the concrete pad for the greenhouse, and as Aiden and I are like sneaking around taking videos of them, so I did tell them we were going to do. We've been thinking about other ways that we could improve these borders, and you know, the borders have changed a lot over the past few years. Originally, this entire property line was all Leyland cypress. And some of the plants are still here from my original planting back in 2011 when I was planting broadleaf evergreens and conifers in preparation of removing the Leylands and having an already planted screen to replace them. Unfortunately, the Leylands fell in Hurricane Matthew, literally toppled on top of the White House. And the contractor who came to remove them didn't follow my instructions and cleared everything, minus a handful of things that are left. As we've redesigned the border, some of those existing plants are in really awkward spaces, like specifically this Jim Porter osmanthus. It's always growing out over the path. It's really awkward. I've got two thuya here and here, which aren't really necessary. I really don't want giant conifers because in the long run, they're a lot of money to remove. So Aiden and I have just decided that we're going to cut them down. And along with that, we're going to go ahead and cut down this trumpet vine that's seeded in and has taken over, and we're going to end up removing this screen. And all of this is because the compost bin, which has also been here since 2011, has seen better days. And so we're going to build a bigger compost bin and we're going to move it. We're going to move it basically where that screen is so that the bin is shared between the two houses. So it's obvious for both the Blue House and the White House residents where they can put their kitchen scraps. So needless to say, David doesn't know any of this is going on. We're unsupervised today. And I think he's going to be excited when he comes home and sees that we got so much done. Mm-hmm. So Aiden just got the chainsaw out and we're going to go ahead and cut some trees down. Yep. So stay tuned to watch our progress. Now, this discussion really started because this pathway is getting too crowded. Now, the obvious solution is to cut back the rosemary. But I really like the rosemary and I don't want to cut it back yet because it's too early. And I've had this happen in past years where I do a hard cut back, it gets really cold and the whole plant dies. So I'm leaving the rosemary and instead we're going to take out this arborvitae. And really, it's because it's at a size where we can actually manage and drag it. We leave it in a couple more years, it's going to get exponentially larger and more difficult to deal with. Well, that's a big old difference. Aiden did a great job with the chainsaw and he cut the vine. And when David gets home, he and I can maneuver this out of the ground. It's not concreted in or anything. And I think he's going to be pretty excited with my idea to put the new larger compost bin over in this vicinity so that both houses have easy access to it. Of course, the very first thing that I thought of, particularly when this arborvitae came out, was, oh my God, I can sow more poppy seeds. And you know, here's the thing. I'm doing this proactively. There's nothing wrong with these trees at all. But I've lived and learned, and I've spent tens of thousands of dollars dealing with large, oversized conifers that really weren't the right decision for suburban screening. And I'm not going to do it again. And when I planted these, of course, they were small. We didn't own the White House, so I was doing some intentional screening to delineate the property. Now that's not so critical, and though I don't necessarily want the yards to be merged in all aspects, I don't need to have arborvitae that are going to get 60 foot tall and then, you know, possibly blow down the next hurricane. So I feel really good about this decision. I've been thinking about it a lot, and, you know, with the greenhouse going in, it's going to be really beautiful. I don't really want the view to be blocked by a large conifer. And, well, I'm super stoked to be able to do something a bit more interesting now with this property border that really has never been fully utilized. So, hope that you will be sure to tune in to continue to watch our progress right here from our gardens in central North Carolina. Thanks so much for watching, everybody, and happy gardening.